Before you even start question 1, make sure that you read the background information up here at the top of the paper, and this usually contains all of the things that you've been spending a hard time revising, but it provides important information which will help you answer the question, so read it, it's there for you. So question 1 is always the easier question, which is a bit of a warm-up, and it's very similar to the question 1 questions on papers 1 and 2. So we've got, what can you learn from source A? Would always be the start of that question. So what can you learn from source A about blood transfusions in the late 19th century is this example. So let's have a look at the picture first of all. What can we learn about blood transfusions in the late 19th century from this picture? Well, first of all, we can see that there's this chap here who's giving the blood, and he is very close, isn't he? He's there at the bedside, and also we can see that there's lots of people helping the blood transfusion itself, which suggests that it might be a bit of a tricky thing to do. So thinking about those two simple details, what can we learn from source A about blood transfusions in the late 19th century? Well, we learn that there's a chap there, that the person giving the blood needs to be next to the patient, and that it is quite a tricky procedure, which suggests that it isn't done all that often, does it? So how do we write this in an answer? Now, it's a 6-point question, not a 4-point like on papers 1 and 2, which means it needs to be slightly more extended, and I think we need to make 2 inferences from the source which are supported to earn our 6 points. So we can use this stem as well, can't we? So I can infer that. So you can infer that it was very difficult to get the blood to the patient. What is it in the source that tells you that? So because I can see in the source the donor has to sit right next to the patient. I can also infer that blood transfusions were a very difficult operation to do, because I can see in the source there are several doctors and several nurses helping the procedure. And that's all you need to do to answer question 1 really well. Alright, just to recap again, you need to infer 2 things and make sure they're supported by details in the source.